Imagine that you study in a convent school to follow the path of Jesus, but you come across a nun who is nothing like a nun. Today, I'm here to tell you about the movie Bad Sisters. We begin the movie by getting to know our protagonist named Jason, a teenager who uploads videos on the internet playing the guitar because his dream is to become a great musician. However, his parents don't see any future in this, so they don't support him. His father keeps telling him that he's good for nothing. If this is your first time on the channel, subscribe now so you don't miss any important content about the darkest chapters of our story. Jason studies at a Christian school run by a mother named Rebecca. We also meet the new nun teacher at the school, a sister named Sophia, who from the start we can see doesn't have many nun habits. For example, she wears makeup and has her bags full of underwear, which could suggest she's hiding something. Her obsession with Jason's videos was not normal, not only because of his videos but also because of him. Little by little, she starts getting closer to our protagonist, beginning with simple compliments about his music. Sister Sophia is so obsessed with Jason that when she sees him flirting with his friend named Sarah, she becomes hysterical. One detail to note is that Sister Sophia never says the prayer to Jesus Christ but always makes one of the students recite it in her place. But I don't think it's because she doesn't know it, right? Another character we will meet is Jason's sister, Zoe. Since Jason is the outcast and the embarrassment of the family, Zoe is the good sister with good grades. The thing is, out of jealousy, Sophia asks Jason if Sarah is his girlfriend, to which he replies no, which makes her happy. She even dedicates an entire night to crafts. But the next day, she gets angry when she sees Sarah kissing Jason, threatening that she will never see him again, ignoring the fact that Sarah's father donates a lot of money to the school. She even asks Jason for an explanation as to why he's kissing someone else if he supposedly doesn't have a girlfriend. Sophia tells him to come by her room later, but when Jason arrives, he finds Sister Sophia in scanty clothing, which scares him, and he prefers to leave. The weekend arrives, and Sophia sees Sarah inviting Jason out, so she decides to tell Mother Rebecca that she has a sick aunt and needs to leave the school. But all she does is spy on Jason and is happy to know that he won't be able to go out with Sarah. To make sure Sarah stays away from Jason, Sophia plants a cigarette in Sarah's things, almost being discovered by Mother Rebecca and Jason's sister, who already starts to suspect Sophia. The next day, they find the cigarette in Sarah's things, which leads to her suspension. She also tells Jason that she thinks it's a good idea for him to stay at school for the weekend to fix some things. Very convenient, because this way Sophia could be with Jason. Then, the story takes an unexpected turn. We learn that Sophia is not really Sister Sophia. It turns out her real name is Laura, and she was so obsessed with Jason that she researched where he would study. Conveniently, her neighbor was Sister Sophia, and she knew she would start working at the same school as Jason, so she replaced her. Now her plan is working. She gets closer and closer to Jason and even sneaks into his room in the middle of the night to read the Bible. Jason, a faithful devotee, accepts to read it with her, and Sophia, so fascinated by him, even begins to act strangely. Jason's sister Zoe realizes that something's wrong and wants to talk to her brother, but he doesn't tell her anything. Sophia sees Zoe as a threat and makes sure she gets suspended by making it seem like she stole the answers to an exam. Zoe doesn't sit idly by and tells Mother Rebecca that something is wrong with Sophia since she never recites the prayer in her classes. This makes Mother Rebecca begin to suspect. The biblical meetings between Sophia and Jason continue, until one day, they almost get caught. Sophia keeps saving herself by using the excuse of her sick aunt. Jason wants to go to a party with his friends, but his father, who only calls him a disgrace, won't let him go. Jason gets angry and goes to the party anyway, where he is about to have an intimate moment with Sarah. Things begin to get better for Jason, as his father becomes more understanding and tells him that he will give him a chance as a musician. The next day, Sophia continues spying on Jason, but she realizes that a car is watching them at school. She looks up information about the car and finds out who owns it. When Jason gets to his room, he realizes that Sophia is pretending to have harmed herself. She starts blackmailing him, telling him that if he doesn't let her, she will tell everyone that he was with a nun, which would negatively affect Jason's reputation and cause a lot of problems with his parents. Sarah, finally back from her suspension, makes Sophia angry again, especially when Jason ignores her and tells her to stay away from Sarah. Seeing that she has no way out, Sophia decides to go after Sarah, warning Jason that if he doesn't stay away, her life will also be ruined. Jason doesn't want to listen because his life is already ruined. Sophia now says that her sick aunt is no longer sick but dead, so she asks Mother Rebecca for permission to go to her funeral. But the surprise is that there is no such funeral. Mother Rebecca, being a good person, decides to send flowers to Sophia's aunt's funeral, but she gets a big shock when she discovers that there is no aunt. Meanwhile, Zoe is already sure that Sophia is up to something, so she talks to Jason to get him to tell her everything. Jason tells her that this woman is not Sister Sophia, and as they've been looking for information, they decide to enter Sophia's laptop. When Mother Rebecca asks why Sophia has been lying all this time, Sophia finds herself cornered and ends up hitting Mother Rebecca. Meanwhile, Jason and Zoe find the proof they need, as well as an album of photos that only contains pictures of Jason. They decide to hand over the proof that Sophia is an imposter, but they are stopped by her, who hits Zoe. Everything seems lost, but Mother Rebecca comes to the rescue. Seeing that the situation is extreme, Jason grabs a screwdriver and, in a twist of events, ends up stabbing the supposed nun Sophia. After these events, everyone can enjoy their life and their future graduation. This is how the movie ends. If you've made it this far and have learned something new from our stories, subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss future videos. Together, we can discover and remember the truths that history often tries to hide.